Dear Internet, Tyreek Hill cannot beat Noah Lyles to 60-meter or 100-meter. Tyreek is an exceptional athlete. Noah is making his attempt to create opportunities for track athletes. The math doesn't math. Tyreek would be doing very well for himself if he beat his personal best of 10.19 and ran 10.09.8.10 improvement, 9.97, 9th, and 9.95, 10th, did not make the Olympic trials final. Noah ran 9.78 to win the Olympic title. What about the 40, coach? Noah doesn't race at 40 meters or 40 yards. Tyreek's most recent race was a 6.70 60-meter. Noah has run 6.43 within the time elapsed from Tyreek's 60-meter to now. What about that 20.1 Tyreek ran that the show on TV, coach? Noah holds the American record with 19.31. And whatever you believe happened with Noah in the 200 at the Olympics, he still ran 19.7. Just saying. The greatest predictor of future behavior is past behavior. While it is possible for Tyreek to beat Noah, it is not very probable at all. A 99 speed and acceleration on Madden does not equate to world-leading an Olympic medal or finals qualification performances. Tyreek Hill just got schooled by math. How embarrassing is that? Noah Lyles is world champion of what? The United States?
And they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? The United States? Don't get me wrong. I love the U.S. at times. But that ain't the world. That is not the world. We are the world. We have almost every country out here fighting, thriving, putting on their flag to show that they are represented. There ain't no flags in the NBA.
Quip might just go down as one of the most iconic mic drops in sports history. With a single line, he managed to stir the NBA pot, ruffling feathers from Devin Booker and Kevin Durant to Drake, and even reigning champ Aaron Gordon wasn't having any of it. The debate? Whether a world champion was the one conquering a global competition with a country's flag, or the top dog in the most elite league. It was a spicy discussion that had the sports world buzzing for months. Fast forward a year, and Lyles and the U.S. basketball team proudly repped Team USA at the Paris Olympics, clinching gold with no drama in sight. Or so it seemed, until NFL star Tyreek Hill stirred the pot again and stepped into the fray with a bold challenge for Noah Lyles, the 100-mem Olympic champion and 200-meter Olympic bronze medalist. On the Up and Adams show, Tyreek Hill was asked about his opinion on the NBA versus Lyles, and he said that Lyles should stick to the track. Then, he went on to say that he would defeat the Olympic gold medalist in a race. He said, "I'm not going to beat him by a lot, but I would beat Noah Lyles." Fans of track and field have roasted the idea that Tyreek Hill could outrun Noah Lyles, with U.S. Paralympic athlete Nick Mayhew even suggesting Lyles would make Hill look like he's in the Paralympics. Adding to the trolling, a famous track and field coach dropped a detailed smackdown on the notion, saying Hill's impressive but pales compared to Lyles' world-class speed. LaMonte Vaughn Jr., a coach at Grambling State University in Louisiana, put out a long post on X explaining that while Hill is an elite athlete, Lyles is not only one of the best athletes in the world right now, he is also creating opportunities for other local athletes to succeed. In short, Vaughn emphasized that Hill's Madden speed stats don't match up to Lyles' Olympic-level performances. There is some basis for Hill's arrogance, as he is considered the fastest NFL player and was an All-American in high school. But even FloTrack chimed in on the Tyreek Hill vs. Noah Lyles debate, comparing their high school stats and achievements. Hill, who claimed he could outpace Lyles, and Lyles, who has a 9.79 personal best, both posted impressive numbers in their younger years. Lyles clocked a wind-legal 10.14 in the 100-meter and 20.09 in the 200-meter, while Hill's bests were 10.19 and 20.14, respectively. Despite their similar high school PBs, FloTrack's comparison shows Lyles' edge with his superior times and gold gold medals, spotlighting the gap between their current performances. Casual fans might think the numbers are close, but in track, a 0.4-second gap is a chasm. It's a bit of a head-scratcher to compare the NFL star with the world's fastest man. But here's a kicker. This isn't Hill's first track beef. He's got a history of squabbles with Olympians. Before taking on Noah Lyles, Tyreek Hill even dared to challenge the fastest man alive, Jamaican legend Usain Bolt. Besides Noah Lyles, Tyreek Hill has another ongoing spat with Usain Bolt, even years after the Phenom's retirement. Hill's been claiming he could outrun the Jamaican legend, and in May, Shannon Sharpe threw his hat in the ring, saying he'd back Hill for a race, citing Bolt's retirement and Hill's current peak performance. Probably Tyreek. Usain Bolt probably has not run since he retired, since he last ran the 2017 World Championship, in which he won the bronze. So I'll take Tyreek, Sharpe said.
This was the toughest test for our ladies in the 8 consecutive gold medals.
That was scared. Well, I was scared now.
On home soil, the U.S. survived a serious test by France, 67-66. Gabby Williams' heave at the buzzer was good, but he had stepped on the line, which means...
But Bolt wasn't having any of it, firing back on X, not even in the next universe. Hill didn't miss a beat, retorting, "You're all talk, old guy. I'll come to Jamaica to whoop you if I got to." Hill's 4.29-second 40-yard dash from the 2016 NFL Combine is impressive, but Bolt's 4.22-second sprint at the 2019 Super Bowl Experience still holds the edge. With Bolt's resume of 8 Olympic golds and world records, Hill's challenge might be more of a sprint to nowhere. Now that Noah Lyles is in the mix, Tyreek Hill's audacious claims are getting even more intriguing. Comparing Lyles' elite sprinting stats with Hill's impressive 40-yard dash times and considering insights from coach LaMonte Vaughn Jr. raises the stakes. Could Hill actually outrun Lyles, or is this another case of speed talk? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Noah Lyles' NFL controversy reignites as Miami Dolphins star drops new challenge after Paris Olympics. It looks like Noah Lyles' Judgment Day is finally here. Despite winning gold at the men's 100 meters dash at the Paris Olympics, the Florida native can't escape the controversy he created with his own hands. Last year, the sprinting sensation created quite a stir after his "World Champions of What?" comment directed at the NBA, and it looks like his words are catching up to him despite his efforts to outrun the drama. Ahead of the Paris Olympics, Lyles had claimed that he would be flying to the French capital with eyes on 4 gold medals. With that not happening in the city of love, the Miami Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill believes it's time Lyles faced the music. Noah Lyles' worthy opponent season opening. In a post on X by NBA Central, the 30-year-old NFL star was heard talking his mind about how Noah doesn't have any authority to take digs at Super Bowl champs. Referring to the sprinter's fumble at the men's 200 meters race at the French capital, Hill said, "Noah Lyles can't say nothing after what just happened to him. You know what I'm saying? Didn't he want to come out and pretend like he's sick? I feel like that's like horseradish." For context, Lyles ran the longer distance with COVID-19 and managed to bag a bronze while he was one of the favorites to win the event. Not stopping just there, Tyreek also said that Lyles would be better off talking about things that fall within his area of expertise. For him to do that and say that we're not world champions, just speak on what you know about, said the football celebrity with a rather stern face. But even he couldn't let the matter slide without stirring the pot a little. On being asked whether he would like to take on the 27-year-old on the tracks, Hill said bluntly, "I will beat Noah Lyles. I won't beat him by a lot, but I will beat Noah Lyles." While their prowess is yet to be verified, running icons from both the USA and the world have already weighed in on the debate of who will come out on top should Lyles and Hill lock horns. Legends from all walks of life have their say on the matter. Earlier this year, Tyreek talked about how he could have easily been a track and field star if his football prospect didn't work out as it has. Appearing in the Punchline podcast with Marlon Humphrey, Hill said, "I would have been the fastest man in the USA." However, in June, track legend Michael Johnson shut down Tyreek's hopes, claiming that the latter is not a formidable threat for any professional sprinter. Noting how his own project would bring the best track stars to the country, Johnson tried to put the debate to rest as he said, "While Tyreek is fast on the field against those DBs, he will not be able to stay with our Grand Slam track racers." Moreover, world record holder Usain Bolt also couldn't help but sneer when former NFL star Shannon Sharpe opined that Hill could take on the Jamaican phenom in a 40-yard dash. Taking to social media, Bolt retorted back saying, "Not even in a next universe." For months before the 33rd Olympic Games, Lyles had claimed that he would usurp Bolt's throne by hauling 4 gold medals in the City of Love, but Noah managing only 1 at the quadrennial tournament, being the target for jeers, was bound to happen, and Tyreek Hill wasn't one to let the opportunity go. Who do you think would triumph if these two sporting celebrities really did cross paths? Share your predictions with us in the comments section.
Sprinter Noah Lyles. He said that Super Bowl champs should not consider themselves world champions. What do you think of that?
Noah Lyles can't say nothing after what just happened to him. You know what I'm saying? Then he want to come out and pretend like he's sick. I feel like that's like horseradish. So for him to like do that and say that we're not world champions of like our sport says like, come on, bro. Like, just speak on what you know about. You know what I'm saying? And that's track.
Would you like to race him when he gets home?
I would beat Noah Lyles.
You think so?
I would beat Noah Lyles.
Like by a lot?
No, I wouldn't beat him by a lot, but I would beat Noah Lyles.
I'd like to see that happen.
And guess what? When I beat him, I'm going to put on a COVID mask.
Oh,
and let him know I mean business. Because I do mean business.
The thing that hurts me the most is that I have to watch the NBA Finals and they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? The United States? Don't get me wrong. I love the U.S. at times, but that ain't the world. That is not the world. We are the world. We have almost every country out here fighting, thriving, putting on their flag to show that they are represented. There ain't no flags in the NBA.
Noah Lyles, what's the biggest difference between Noah in Tokyo and Noah in Paris?
I'd say it's definitely the joy I have in my heart. It's a lot stronger. It's not depressed, and it's ready to go. It's ready to enjoy time and energy and to be in the moment here.
You're bringing us joy. How much are you enjoying that rivalry with Jamaica?
Hey, I'm here for anybody who wants to take the crown. Now that's what I'm all about, competitors and competing at the highest level.
Best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Miami Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill is one of the fastest men in the NFL. He thinks he can outrun the fastest man in the world. Team USA's Noah Lyles won the 100 meters final at the Paris Olympics in a photo finish with a time of 9.79 seconds, just 0.21 seconds away from Usain Bolt's world record. However, Hill is the latest athlete to take a jab at the Olympic champion following his controversial comments about American sports leagues. "I wouldn't beat him by a lot, but I would beat Noah Lyles," Hill told Kay Adams on the Up and Adams show.
Sprinter Noah Lyles. He said that Super Bowl champs should not consider themselves world champions. What do you think of that?
Noah Lyles can't say nothing after what just happened to him. You know what I'm saying? Then he want to come out and pretend like he's sick. I feel like that's like horseradish. So for him to like do that and say that we're not world champions of like our sport says like, come on, bro. Like, just speak on what you know about. You know what I'm saying? And that's track.
Would you like to race him when he gets home?
I would beat Noah Lyles.
You think so?
I would beat Noah Lyles.
Like by a lot?
No, I wouldn't beat him by a lot, but I would beat Noah Lyles.
I'd like to see that happen.
And guess what? When I beat him, I'm going to put on a COVID mask.
Oh, God.
And let him know I mean business. Because I do mean business.
Lyles, who has committed himself to growing the audience for track and field, has criticized North American professional sports leagues in the past for referring to their winners as world champions. "You know, the thing that hurts me the most is that I have to watch the NBA Finals, and they have world champion on their head," Lyles said during the 2023 Track and Field World Championships in Budapest. World champion of what? The United States?
The thing that hurts me the most is that I have to watch the NBA Finals and they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? The United States? Don't get me wrong. I love the U.S. at times, but that ain't the world. That is not the world. We are the world. We have almost every country out here fighting, thriving, putting on their flag to show that they are represented. There ain't no flags in the NBA.
Hill added that Noah Lyles can't say nothing after what just happened to him, and accused the track star of pretending he was sick after he finished third in the 200 meters. But could Hill actually beat Lyles in a race? There's no doubt Hill is lightning quick. He's a former track star at Coffee High School in Duluth, Georgia, and won both the 100 meters and 200 meters at the 2012 Georgia State meet as a junior. Cheetahs also reached a top speed of 22.01 miles per hour during Week 5 last season, the highest speed of any player all year. With that said, the numbers clearly back Lyles in a head-to-head foot race. Lyles' gold medal winning time in the 100 meters in Paris was 9.79 seconds. That bats Hill's best 100 meters time by nearly half a second, and easily bests his wind-aided time of 9.98 seconds. That may not sound like a lot, but 0.2 of a second in sprinting might as well be an age. Noah's top speed in the 100 meters Paris final was 27.84 miles per hour, over 5 miles per hour quicker than Hill's top speed last year. Granted, it's not an entirely fair comparison as Lyles is running in a perfectly straight line wearing specific running shoes, but it gives an insight into how quick they can go. One of Reek's best times in the 200 meters came in high school when he clocked 20.14 seconds. Lyles' bronze medal-winning 200 meters time in Paris, when he was battling COVID-19, was 19.70 seconds. His personal best in the 200 meters is 19.31 seconds. While Hill has undoubtedly got quicker since his high school days, there's no chance he's running the 200 anywhere close to that time. So no, unless Lyles is seriously compromised, Hill is not beating him in a 100 meters or 200 meters race. A potential rivalry between Tyreek Hill and Lyles has now led to a call by fans for the two athletes to race against each other. It would be interesting to see who comes out on top and earn the respect of their respective fan base. Ahead of this year's Olympic Games, the International Olympic Committee dropped all previous COVID-19 protocols, deciding that athletes and teams should be allowed to determine whether or not they were physically able to compete. The World Health Organization pointed out that cases of COVID were present among athletes at the Games, where at least 40 athletes tested positive for the virus, among those being Team GB's swimmer Adam Peaty, who tested positive less than 24 hours after his silver medal performance in the 100 meters breaststroke final. Despite spells of criticism, Lyles has embraced adding 2 more Olympic medals to his existing collection of a bronze from Tokyo 2020. After sharing an image of a negative COVID test, he was quick to celebrate his success with Team USA teammates, having been spotted partying in a Paris nightclub after the game's closing ceremony on Sunday. The beef between Noah Lyles and the NBA is getting even deeper.
Lyles made headlines after another one of his controversial statements came to light. In a June 27th article published by Time, it was revealed that the 27-year-old recently took a shot at Team USA star Anthony Edwards during the latter's Adidas shoe launch. The Time feature, written by Sean Gregory, shared a story about how Lyles was unhappy about being invited by Adidas to a shoe release event last year for Minnesota Timberwolves star Anthony Edwards. Both men are Adidas athletes. Lyles felt he was deserving of a signature shoe as well, and took a swipe at Edwards in the Time interview. When Lyles was negotiating an Adidas contract extension last year, the company, he says, threw him what it thought was a bone. Lyles responded when he was invited to Edwards' shoe release event, "You want to do what? You want to invite me to an event for a man who has not even been to an NBA Finals in a sport that you don't even care about, and you're giving him a shoe? No disrespect, the man is an amazing athlete. He is having a heck of a year. I love that they saw the insight to give him a shoe because they saw that he was going to be big. All I'm asking is, how could you not see that for me?" For most fans, this was Lyles taking a blatant shot at Edwards and the latter's lack of championship success in the NBA. The quote is 100% real, which makes this situation even more bizarre. No one could initially believe that Lyles would come up with such a statement. New York Knicks superstar Jalen Brunson caught wind of the quote, and the all-star point guard was left in disbelief at what he thought was a joke. Jalen Brunson joked that when he saw the quote, he thought it was coming from the infamous fake Twitter account NBA Centel, rather than the real page NBA Central. Gregory noted in the original interview that Lyles was in the middle of negotiating a contract extension with Adidas at the time that they invited him to Edwards' shoe release event. The two sides have since agreed to a new deal that stands as Adidas' most lucrative track and field contract in the post-Usain Bolt era, Gregory added. A 6-time world champion in sprinting himself, Lyles is right that Edwards has yet to reach the mountaintop in his own league. But Edwards, still only 23, is an up-and-coming face of the NBA who is already far more marketable than any track and field star today. But don't try to convince Lyles of that, as there is clearly a strong mutual dislike between him and the NBA fraternity. Lyles also expressed his desire for a personalized sneaker deal, noting that there is greater financial potential in the sneaker market compared to spikes. "I want my own shoe," Lyles stated in an interview, adding, "Ain't no money in spikes." Lyles recently signed a groundbreaking contract extension with Adidas, which is rumored to be the most lucrative in track and field since Usain Bolt's deal with Puma. The possibility of a signature Noah Lyles sneaker could represent a significant moment for the brand moving forward. Lyles has designs on fixing this issue. He swears he can be bigger than Bolt. "Yeah, why not?" he says. "That's my plan."
Yeah, everybody knows Usain Bolt. Great guy.
I love him.
Fastest. Yeah, I want to be faster than that.
Yeah.
But it's not just, good enough to be faster than that. You also have the medals to go with it. Okay, well, he's won 3 already, and he has the world records when he did it. Okay, what do you got to do to be better than that? You got to get 4.
Okay.
Nobody's done 4.
Okay.
Now you're going on the Mount Rushmore. Now you're the greatest of the great.
Wow.
That's where I'm trying to attain.
No.
While Bolt is an icon by dint of hailing from Jamaica, he couldn't, or at least wasn't willing to, grow track and field in the US. "I have the personality, I have the speed, I have the showmanship," says Lyles. "I have the marketing mindset. I'm willing to be uncomfortable."
You don't want to just win gold medals.
Oh, no. 1 is too little.
You said that you're looking to come home with 4.
4.
4, but that's never been done.
That's why I want to do it so badly.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. But what competitions are they? What are they? 100?
So we have the 100 meters.
Okay.
And we have the 200 meters.
Yep.
Then we have the relays, the 4x1, and then the one I'm trying to add to the list is the 4x4.
Now, what makes you go, well, I want to add this extra pressure in my life?
Everybody knows Bolt. You guys know Bolt, right?
Yeah, Usain Bolt.
Everybody knows Usain Bolt. Great guy.
I love him.
Fastest. Yeah, I want to be faster than that.
Yeah.
But it's not just, good enough to be faster than that. You also have the medals to go with it. Okay, well, he's won 3 already, and he has the world records when he did it. Okay, what do you got to do to be better than that? You got to get 4.
Okay.
Nobody's done 4.
Okay.
Now you're going on the Mount Rushmore.
And in March, he did a pair of shoots with Adidas, filmed a spot for Visa, and did another shoot for Omega. Between training sessions and running in a meet, he wants to host Saturday Night Live. In track and field, the 100-meter race has traditionally been considered the greatest test. The world record holder is dubbed the world's fastest man for a reason. With the recent successes, Noah Lyles is determined to firmly assert this position. Lyles became the fastest man in the world when he set a personal record in the 100 meters with a time of 9.83 seconds in the World Championships in Budapest, Hungary the previous year. "I've always known that I was the world's fastest man, but now you guys know it," claimed Lyles. Now, Noah Lyles is setting the record straight. Lyles has released a statement in an attempt to calm the social media storm. "This is a rumor going around that I did not go to Anthony Edwards' shoe release because he didn't deserve it," Lyles said on X. "That is not the case. He definitely deserves his shoes. He is an amazing player. The problem was finding time based on my prior engagement. Congrats on becoming an Olympic champion." The part of the interview where he called out Adidas for giving Ant a lavish signature shoe deal over him went viral. But the other half, where he acknowledged Edwards as a superb player, didn't receive any traction. In other words, it appears that Lyles only has a gripe with Adidas in this case, not Edwards. At any rate, his clarification prompted various sorts of responses. One of the fans urged him to shut down the noise, stating, "They hate you because they ain't you. Don't let them bring you down, man." Meanwhile, another fan refused to believe his clarification, saying, "That's not what you said in that interview. Lyles has built a negative image among various NBA fans for his comments last season. He had termed NBA players arrogant for labeling themselves as world champions after winning an NBA championship.
The USA Basketball have fired back at Noah Lyles after the 100-meter champion made comments questioning their claim of being the sport's world champions. The beef between America's basketball titans and sprinting sensation dates back to August 2023, when Lyles mocked the NBA for calling their annual playoff winners world champions.
And they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? The United States?
The 27-year-old sprinter questioned how the league could make such a claim when all its teams are based in the US, with just one coming from Canada. But after Team USA held off hosts France 98-87 to win Olympic gold in the men's basketball finals on Saturday, the champions' social team took the opportunity to deliver a clapback they presumably believed would shut down the debate between them and Lyles once and for all. "Are we the world champs now?" A caption read above a picture of the full squad on X. But any self-adulation would have quickly evaporated as social users took community notes to remind them they were technically still not world champions, rather Olympic champs. They pointed out to the fact the current world champions are actually Germany, who won the FIBA World Championship in September 2023, a competition the US finished fourth in. Team USA will have to win the next FIBA World Championships, which will be held in Qatar in 2027, to be legitimately able to call themselves world champions. Fans on social were in disbelief, with one replying to USA Basketball, "No, because you won the Olympic Games, not the World Basketball Championship. Shouldn't be that hard." Another simply put, "There's no way it's this difficult to understand." Lyles, who is both an Olympic champion and three-time world champion, started the tete-a-tete when claiming the US should be more modest in its claims about being called world champions. He made the comments to press last year saying, "Don't get me wrong, I love the US at times, but that ain't the world. That is not the world. We are the world. We have almost every country out here fighting, thriving, putting on they flag to show that they are represented. There ain't no flags in the NBA. NBA teams compete for a city or a state, like the Los Angeles Lakers or Utah Jazz. Some teams have jersey colors that resemble their city's flag, like the New York Knicks. Yet, Lyles took the NBA's claim of calling the winners of the Larry O'Brien Trophy world champions. British broadcaster Piers Morgan said, who was best known in the United States for his stint as a judge on America's Got Talent, "The cojones of this guy calling out NBA stars for pretending to be world champions when they're not, then beating the world to be Olympic 100-meter champion, are gigantic. Congrats, Noah Lyles. You talk the talk and just walk the walk." Morgan continued with several hand clap emojis. The NBA is not the only American sports league to use the moniker, with the NFL and MLB also calling each season's victor a world champion. The MLB has one team not based in America, while none of the NFL's 32 franchises reside outside the United States. Noah Lyles had all of NBA Twitter hate watching him because of an objectively correct statement and pulled it off. NBA Twitter tuned in for a Noah Lyles hate watch and came up empty-handed. "Let's freaking go," another person said on X. This was not the first time that they took a shot at the sprinter. After winning the semifinals against Serbia, they took a shot at Lyles, suggesting they do not play for bronze. Noah Lyles ended up with bronze despite talking trash. He would destroy his opponents in the 200 meters finals at this Olympics. USA Basketball could further taunt Lyles if the women's team wins gold too. Compared to what transpired in the men's games, the women are on a different level. They have won 7 straight gold medals and will look to make it 8 tonight. If they win again, it will mean that the best female basketball players in the world are part of the WNBA. Although that is already a foregone conclusion, it will make for a fitting end to the entire world champs controversy.
That is not the world. We are the world. We have almost every country out here fighting, thriving, putting on their flag to show that they are represented.
While his shot at Team USA was controversial, Lyles showed up on the track at the Paris Olympics, winning the 100-meter dash in an epic finish, leaning forward at the finish line to beat Jamaica's Usain Thompson by 0.005 seconds.
Clean start and what a race, a huge roar from the expectant crowd. Great start from Coleman, we expect that. Can Lyles come through? It's very, very tight. It's Noah Lyles! The champion roars once more!
Lyles later said even he was surprised to finish first. We were waiting for the names to come out, and I'll be honest, I went up to Thompson and I said, "I think you got it right, you son of a bitch." Lyles told reporters after the race via ESPN, "Something told me I needed to lean and I thought, I'm going to lean because this is the type of race."
You know, he was out there in lane 4 and I was in lane 7 and I couldn't really see what was going on over there. So I just had to keep, running like I was going to win it. And, something said I need to lean.
Lyles' bid for another gold medal in the 200 meters was derailed when he tested positive for COVID, but he was still able to compete and win bronze. The sprinter said afterward that he was proud of his achievement. "Honestly, I'm more proud of myself than anything. To win a bronze medal despite having COVID," he said via USA Today. Noah Lyles now has confirmed that he is now COVID-free after he was forced to withdraw from the 4x100 relay at the Paris Olympics, as detractors criticized the superstar on social media. "I have asthma, allergies, dyslexia, ADD, anxiety, and depression." Noah Lyles was grappling with his inner demons when he clinched his first Olympic medal 3 years ago in Tokyo. However, he came back stronger in the years that followed, hoping to redeem himself on the world's biggest stage. The 27-year-old made a promise to America to break the 20-year-old 100-meter medal drought at the French capital. As he stepped onto the purple tracks, all eyes were on him. Even though he was battling 6 medical conditions, the Olympian stayed true to his word. Despite a late start, he caught up to the favorite Usain Thompson and Fred Kerley, claiming his first Olympic gold medal in front of a raucous crowd in Stade de France. Lyles' mother, Keisha Kane Bishop, was in the stands. She watched her son speed past the finish line with tears streaming down her face. Many eagle-eyed fans had even noticed her fresh manicure featuring both the Jamaican and American fans. Post being crowned as the new Olympian 100-meter champion, Noah Lyles went on to celebrate his win on X. He wrote, "I will tell you that what you have does not define what you can become. Why not you?" After soaking in the moment, Keisha spoke to Hearst Television about how she hopes people take one thing away from his win. "I just want our experience to encourage somebody else. That kid might have asthma, or ADHD, or dyslexia, or a single mom. Like, we want you to know that when you start is when you finish," she said.
Well, how are you doing? Because this is not easy to be an Olympic parent.
I told myself I'm not going to be a wreck. I told him that he was born for such a time as this. This moment was created for him. I told him to have fun, that we love you, but he already knows that. And just go out there and do what you do. I just tell people I want our experience to encourage somebody else. Like, that's what I really want. Some kid who might have asthma or ADD or dyslexia or a single mom, like, we want you to know it's not where you start, it's where you finish.
Keisha Kane Bishop ran through the bowels of the Stade de France with an understandably frantic look on her face. Her son, Noah Lyles, had been removed from the track moments earlier on a wheelchair. She was trying to find him after he took 3rd in the men's 200-meter dash at the 2024 Paris Olympics, but looked unwell afterward. Beside her was NBC track and field reporter Lewis Johnson. As they dashed down a hallway, Johnson turned around and gestured with his hands, making a wheelchair motion toward a volunteer who pointed him in the direction of the venue's medical center. Johnson later described Kane Bishop as distraught during his update on Lyles' condition. The 100-meter Olympic champion received medical attention on the track and was breathing heavily. Lyles has asthma. Concurrently, a rumor started floating through the mixed zone. Lyles had COVID-19. Soon enough, the news was breaking everywhere. Johnson ran back the way he came from toward his NBC camera station while speaking on his cell phone. Athletes from other events and those who took part in the 200 began trickling through the mixed zone. Some, particularly those who competed shortly after the men's 200, were clueless about the news cycle that had just begun. Noah? I didn't know, wow, said Jasmine Jones, who finished 4th in the women's 400-meter hurdles. That's crazy. Congratulations to him. He's fantastic for that. That's really impressive. Congratulations. Hats off. Yeah. Wow. I didn't know that.